And Babalu, seeing this team squeezes anyway. Whoa.
That's what I'm talking about.
What a shot by Sims. Can't kick a down opponent.
That's not
Cannot kick a down opponent.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today, we've got a thrilling episode for you. Have you ever wondered what the absolute worst sportsmanship moments in MMA history look like? Well, you're in for a treat. In a sport known for both its respect and raw emotion, not every moment is a fairy tale. While many fighters show incredible honor inside the octagon, others let their emotions get the best of them, leading to some shocking displays of poor sportsmanship. So if you're curious about the darker side of MMA, stay tuned as we dive into the top 10 most infamous instances where fighters took things way too personally. Without further ado, let's get into it. 10. Wes Sims goes out of control. Former competitor of the 10th season of The Ultimate Fighter, Wes Sims is infamous for taking on fights where victory seems unlikely. One notable bout in his career was against former two-time UFC heavyweight champion Frank Mir at UFC 43.
Good combination. Now looking for the submission. He's got the arm. Can he close it out? It's all over. It's all over.
Is it not in a good way right now?
In a desperate move, Sims grabbed the fence and repeatedly stomped on Mir, who was grounded.
That's what I'm talking about.
What a shot by Sims. Can't kick a down opponent.
That's not
Cannot kick a down opponent.
This led to Sims being disqualified. Their rematch was no less dramatic. Mir delivered a pair of knees while in a clinch with Sims.
It's a disqualification. The referee has ruled it a disqualification.
Followed by two decisive strikes, resulting in a knockout victory for Mir. Sims also faced Bobby Lashley, a former professional wrestler turned MMA competitor known for his toughness.
With some thunderous shots. And Lashley now just battering his opposition.
Lashley, who has only been defeated once in his career, easily overpowered Sims.
Stepping in, I don't know, maybe a little premature, I would have thought, but in any event.
Wes Sims's career highlights the unpredictability and drama of MMA, marked by his willingness to step into the octagon against formidable opponents despite the odds. 9. Quinton Jackson punches his unconscious opponent. After suffering two brutal knockouts at the hands of Wanderlei Silva in Japan, Quinton Rampage Jackson finally got his shot at redemption at UFC 92. In their third electrifying encounter, Silva threw a jab, which Jackson deftly slipped, before delivering a thunderous overhand right that knocked Silva out cold. But Jackson wasn't done yet. Fueled by past defeats, he landed three more punches on an already unconscious Silva.
Rampage with a quick jab. Good left hand. Silva is out. It is all.
It was a dramatic and controversial moment that left the audience in shock. Despite the intense rivalry and savage nature of their fights, Silva later revealed in an interview that he harbored no hard feelings towards Jackson for the extra punches. 8. Paul Daly sucker punch. Welterweight fighter Paul Daly made headlines in the UFC with 2 wins, but his most infamous moment came during his loss to Josh Koscheck at UFC 113. The fight began with Koscheck taking the lead, and by the end of the third round, tensions were high. As the fight drew to a close, the two began arguing, with Koscheck pinning Daly to the ground. Ultimately, Koscheck was declared the winner. However, the drama didn't end there. Frustrated and angry, Daly shockingly delivered a sucker punch to Koscheck after the fight had concluded, showcasing a blatant act of poor sportsmanship. This unsportsmanlike behaviour led to Daly being swiftly cut from the UFC, marking a significant low point in his career. 7. Michael Bisping's in-ring behaviour. Michael Bisping, the former UFC middleweight champion and the first British UFC champion, is no stranger to controversy. Things got particularly heated during his fight with retired middleweight fighter Jorge Rivera at UFC 127. Rivera had previously released a series of videos mocking Bisping, which fueled the tension between them. During the weigh-ins and the fight, Bisping retaliated by cussing at Rivera, spitting at his cornerman and delivering an illegal knee strike to a downed Rivera. Despite the chaos, Bisping secured a victory via a second-round technical knockout. The drama didn't stop there. After losing their first bout, Luke Rockhold felt the full force of Bisping's taunts when Bisping defeated him in their rematch. Bisping jumped on the cage yelling expletives at Rockhold.
Michael Bisping is the new UFC middleweight champion of the world!
6. Ricardo Almeida's cornerman gives an illegal kick. Up next, let's dive into a highly controversial moment involving Ricardo Almeida's cornerman. Retired middleweight and welterweight UFC fighter Ricardo Almeida clinched a victory against Nate Marquardt in 2003 using a guillotine choke. However, things took a shocking turn when Almeida refused to release the choke even after the referee intervened. Frustrated, Marquardt retaliated with some kicks. Suddenly, Renzo Gracie, Almeida's cornerman, stormed into the ring and delivered an illegal kick straight to Marquardt's face. This unexpected and unsportsmanlike act left everyone in disbelief, casting a shadow over Almeida's win. It's moments like these that remind us how emotions can run high in the heat of competition, sometimes leading to actions that defy the spirit of the sport. 5. Iaquinta fires back in the crowd. Let's revisit the electrifying showdown between lightweight fighter Iaquinta and Strikeforce veteran Jorge Masvidal. The bout went the distance, culminating in a razor-thin split decision that declared Iaquinta the winner.
Raging Iaquinta!
However, the crowd vehemently disagreed with the judge's call. As the decision was announced, boos erupted from all corners of the arena, drowning out the celebration. It was a stark reminder of how polarizing and intense MMA fights can be, often stirring deep emotions among the fans.
You guys, you better not boo me. I fought my ass off. You. I fought my ass off tonight. Obviously.
4. Nick Diaz and Joe Riggs hospital fight. Next on our list is the emotional and unforgettable clash between Nick Diaz and Joe Riggs, which escalated far beyond the octagon. The two faced off at UFC 57, where a controversial decision declared Riggs the winner.
Diaz was stalking him, but landed no shots really. Riggs landed a lot of shots, opened up a cut, and the last round, the deciding round, I gave it to Riggs. He landed way more.
However, the real drama unfolded afterward. Following the fight, both Diaz and Riggs were coincidentally taken to the same local hospital for post-fight medical evaluations. Despite their exhaustion, the rivalry reignited in the sterile halls of the hospital. Trash talk escalated quickly into physical confrontation, with Diaz and Riggs exchanging blows once again, but this time amidst medical staff and patients. This extraordinary post-fight altercation grabbed headlines and remains legendary in MMA history. 3. Amanda Nunes gets aggressive at a UFC press conference. Current UFC women's featherweight and bantamweight champion Amanda Nunes couldn't hold back her intensity at the UFC 213 press conference. Faced with her opponent, Valentina Shevchenko, Nunes let her emotions take over and landed a punch at Shevchenko in front of the stunned audience. The incident only added fuel to the already heated anticipation of their fight. When they finally met in the octagon, Nunes demonstrated her superior skill and determination. After a hard-fought battle, she triumphed over Shevchenko by a unanimous decision.
They go the distance. Impressive third round for Shevchenko.
Capturing the UFC Women's Bantamweight title, which had previously been held by Miesha Tate.
27 and 29-27 for the winner, Amanda, the Lioness.
2. Yoshihiro Nakao gives Heath Herring a kiss. Japanese semi-retired MMA fighter Yoshihiro Nakao made headlines with his infamous New Year's Eve kiss. On December 31st, 2005, during K1's Dynamite 2005 show, Nakao unexpectedly kissed his opponent Heath Herring at the face-off. The bizarre gesture instantly provoked Herring, who retaliated with a single knockout punch.
On verra bien ce qui va se passer. Oula! Et Nakao qui... Oh là! Voilà! J'ai dit, c'est pas le même niveau.
In the chaos that ensued, Herring loudly declared that Nakao's kiss was an inappropriate move, emphasizing, "I am not a homosexual." Nakao had to be carried out of the ring and the fight was ruled a no contest. This incident earned Nakao the nickname Kiss. Throughout his career, Nakao has won 9 matches, 3 by knockout, 3 by submission, and 3 by decision. 1. Ronaldo Souza's anaconda chokes his opponent. Lastly, we spotlight Renato Babalu Sobral, a retired former Strikeforce light heavyweight champion and UFC fighter with an impressive record of 37 wins out of 49 matches and 12 losses. However, Sobral's career took a dramatic turn after a notorious incident involving David Heath. During their bout, Sobral was dominating, delivering a hammer fist that grounded Heath. But things took a dark turn when Sobral lost control and excessively choked Heath, even after the referee, Steve Mazzagatti, had stopped the fight.
Let's take another look at that. The crowd is booing. David Heath is bloody, battered. He goes for the tap, and Babalu says no.
Heath was left unconscious and covered in blood, creating a gruesome scene that led to Sobral's permanent ban from the UFC. In a later interview, Sobral controversially defended his actions, stating, "I did what I did because he called me a motherfucker."
He called me motherfucker.
So what you're saying is that you put him to sleep on purpose even though you knew that he tapped?
Yes, he has to know. He has to learn respect.
Take a look at the Mickey's...
This incident illustrates how some fighters can take their rivalries far too personally. Thank you for tuning in to today's discussion on bad sportsmanship in the UFC and MMA. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think stricter penalties should be enforced, or is this part of the game? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analysis and updates on all things MMA. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Until next time, stay passionate and stay respectful. See you soon.